Now, even though there's a lot of benefits to blowing up extremely fast as a rapper, it also comes with some negatives. And in this video, that's exactly what I want to talk about, so yeah, let's start talking. Recently, we've seen that Lil Nas X has taken the entire world by storm with Old Town Road. As we speak, Lil Nas X is actually in a very important stage in his career. Even though he's doing extremely well right now, things could always change a year or two from now, depending on what he does from this point on. When he finally drops his debut album, is he gonna set himself apart from all the other rappers who have suffered from the panda effect in the past? That's what we're all wondering. Speaking of the panda effect, let's talk about designer for a second. When you think about designer, what exactly do you think about? Actually, I already know what you're thinking about. You're thinking about a panda, and that's the first issue with blowing up too fast as a rapper. When you blow up too fast and get a hit song, it's extremely hard to separate yourself from the song that helped you blow up. In a way, you kind of become your hit song. That's why designer is panda. Since you are such a new name in the game, there's no contrast between your true identity and your hit song. This is something that can definitely cloud your judgment as a rapper because you feel like you are on top of the world because you got a popping record. In reality, you're not on top of the world, but your record is on top of the world. And reality won't hit you until your buzz starts to die down and the song isn't as new and fresh anymore. This is actually something I'm worried might happen to Lil Nas X because, as you may know, the song is at its peak right now. It's #1 in so many places. The music video just dropped, but what's gonna happen when it's not getting hundreds of millions of streams a week? In his case, I would say dropping that Panini song right about now would probably be ideal. By the way, if you don't know what Panini is, it's a song he's been teasing on his social media with snippets for a couple weeks now, and it's interesting because the response on it has been crazy. I mean, people are really dying to hear the full track, so Lil Nas X, maybe strike while the iron is hot. Another reason why blowing up too fast as a rapper is dangerous, you never get the chance to build and establish a solid fan base. This right here is extremely key. I mean, your fan base is always going to be your #1 leverage. They are your foundation. They're literally the people who can make you or break you. And if you don't have a strong foundation, it's very simple, but you just won't last. Young M.A is a really good example of this. Exactly who's talking about Young M.A nowadays? It's almost been 3 years since her Ooh record took off, and it's been extremely quiet on her end. Now, Ooh was a top 10 record on the Billboard charts at one point, but it didn't really help her get a solid fan base at all, and that does say a lot about this situation considering how big the song actually was. But another reason, you're tied down to one type of sound. Let's use Juice WRLD as an example. So Lucid Dreams is obviously a product of the whole emo rap wave, and Lucid Dreams is pretty much how he got his entire fan base. The thing about this though is you gotta keep in mind, if Juice WRLD wants to go in another direction in terms of his sound, this makes it hard for Juice WRLD to experiment with his sound. He has to keep on making songs that sound similar to Lucid Dreams because that's all his fans know, because that's what they're used to hearing from him. And just like in the first reason, you'll become your hit song. Your hit record now becomes the way you make music. Going in another direction is honestly a risky move. That's why so many rappers nowadays are copying the same kind of sound the next man is doing, because to be honest, that's the safe option. And if you have the formula down, it's bound to succeed, so I can't even blame them. Let's move on to another reason, which is you get blinded by the fame. This is something that happens to a lot of young rappers. They get millions of followers on their social medias and suddenly they forget why they even started making music in the first place. A very dangerous place to be in. I think a lot of them forget this, but you could be the next designer or Young M.A. A lot of rappers who are popping right now today will be forgotten in 2 years from now. That's how this works. Staying relevant is already hard as it is. If you add not working hard, not staying on top of your game, and being distracted by Instagram models to the mix, I'm sorry, but it's time to pack your bags, or should I say it's time to take your lean cup and go, fam. Another point I want to add on here that's relevant is when rappers blow up too fast, it's hard for them to stay focused on the grind. Kind of goes hand in hand with getting blinded by the hype, but I think it's something to consider here. Going out to the club, getting an expensive ass table, popping bottles every night is not going to do anything to fill your pockets. That's a very fast way to empty your pockets, and a lot of these rappers are blowing their advance money inside the club. That's just very stupid in my opinion, so yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Now, those are a couple reasons why blowing up too fast as a rapper can be dangerous. I want you to keep all these things in mind whenever you see a rapper taking off extremely fast. It's definitely something to look out for because a lot of rappers who blow up too fast are victims of these things. But of course, I want to know what you personally have to say about this entire topic. Do you agree with me when I say that blowing up too fast as a rapper can be dangerous? And if you do, what do you think about all the reasons that I mentioned in this video? Are there maybe any reasons that I forgot to mention? Definitely let me know in the comment section below and let's have a discussion about this.